Good Wednesday morning, and well, we're dealing with the same old thing again today. October weather sometimes can be very gloomy, and that's kind of what we have going for us today. And if you missed it, here's some time-lapse imagery going back a few hours. Here's what we had early this morning. A little bit of mist and drizzle. Watch the clouds lowering and a little drizzle, some sprinkles working their way across the Rochester skyline. That was about 4:30 until about 5:30 this morning. A lot of clouds still hanging around as we now work our way through our Wednesday morning. Good morning, I'm meteorologist Ted Schmidt. Today we're talking gloom, but the prospect of warm sun is not far off. We have some beautiful weather in store for the upcoming, if you have students here in southern Minnesota, southeast Minnesota overall. It's MEA weekend. It starts at the end of the school day today. We have a 4-day weekend set, and it actually looks like the 4 best days of this midsection of the month. I mean, nothing this week or next week will rival anything we're going to be enjoying over the next 4 days. Looks like sunshine and eventually some pretty decent temperatures, something that we've been hoping for quite some time. We're talking 60s, in fact, by the time we get to even Friday. But right now, here's what we're facing as we get closer to the 9 o'clock hour here on this Wednesday morning. Here's our Gwaltney Group camera from Grand Rounds. This is Creative 3rd Street Southwest, looking down to the south along South Broadway. An overcast picture right now. And yeah, we had drizzle and sprinkles earlier. At least we're not dealing with that. And another thing, the wind has gotten better. We very early this morning, we're still dealing with gusts around 25 miles per hour, 30 miles per hour. That's what we had last night and even through much of yesterday. Today, not as windy. We have temperatures right now still in the low 40s. It's 41 in Rochester, Austin 43, Mason City 37, and Winona 43. Those are typical, though, for this time of the day. Typically, if we had a little sun, we'd begin to warm up a little more quickly. We'd be going for maybe 59. That's the average high this time of the year. But because of the clouds and this chilly northwest winds, we're going to settle for upper 40s later on. 41 right now in Rochester. Winds 13 miles per hour. Still a chilly breeze, but not as gusty as what we had earlier. So that is a bit of an improvement for us. Air pressure is on the rise. It tells us high pressure is working its way in behind the storm system. Again, as low pressure moves away, you see the barometric pressure increase as that low pressure moves away. And so that's what we have going on today. And the winds are also relaxing a little bit as well. 34, the current wind chill. This we have here in Rochester, most spots low and mid 30s, Austin 36, Mason City 30. Gray skies, yes, not a pretty looking 8-hour planner for the rest of today. The entire workday looking pretty much the same. So if you're working inside, you're not missing much. But if you have an opportunity, maybe take a couple days off, I think tomorrow and Friday would be a couple of really nice days to maybe get outside if you can. 40s for temperatures today, sunset 6:25. There are those gaps in the clouds. Notice the first couple of frames of imagery here. You can see some of those big holes here and there. We had some of those very early this morning. Had some starlight. It was actually kind of a nice morning until about 2 or 3 this morning. For those of you who were up with me, those are my working hours. I get to work about 3, and I was up, walking the dogs at 2 o'clock, admiring the moonlight and the stars. Actually not half bad for a while. But then we had the drizzle, 4:30, and now we're looking at murkiness, and this is low-level moisture trapped under an upcoming area of high pressure. Eventually, as that storm system to the east pulls away, the high pressure will get a chance to scour out these clouds. We'll have clearing skies later tonight and then some sun tomorrow. And there's a warm front to the west. Notice that. That is exciting stuff. I mean, if you like warm weather, if you like a good example of October weather, those sunnier 60-something degree days, we have that at least for upcoming weekend weather picture. It's not going to last forever, but at least we have something to talk about here. Breezy and cool today. Still kind of a chilly breeze, not as gusty as what we had earlier, but looking at milder weather tomorrow, light winds and sunshine. Few weekend showers. Those are in the weather picture as well, but we're talking overnight showers. Looks like actually timing works in our favor. We may have sunshine each day with mild temperatures. That works out well, I think, for us. 41 right now in Rochester to the north and west, where it's been clear all night. A whole lot colder. Rapid City 27 already still this morning. 33 in Minot. Kind of weather we're going to have actually later tonight here once we get rid of these clouds ahead of that high pressure. But right now, here's Futurecast. System pulling away, gray skies throughout the day for lucky, maybe a break of sun here and there, but I think for the most part pretty solidly gray with that cool breeze slowly dropping off. Temperatures in the upper 40s tonight. Once we really break out of the clouds after midnight, by first thing tomorrow morning, temperatures will go from around 40 at midnight to most likely the low 30s by sunrise tomorrow. So a chilly night, but not very much wind. Tomorrow, light winds out of the south behind that high pressure. We'll have sunshine all day, mid-50s, and then watch the warm front approaching from the west. That is ahead of a storm system that's going to actually make for a breezier Friday. Winds out of the south and southeast, talking 25, 35 miles per hour. So kind of a windy day, but that's going to help temperatures go quickly from around 40 in the morning or mid-40s all the way to the mid, and in some cases, I think upper 60s. So mixing down some pretty warm air aloft, and a fairly dry atmosphere helps us get there to that warmer side of things. That system itself may generate a few showers Friday night, but I'm thinking it might be late in the night and be done by early Saturday morning. High school football forecast tonight if you're heading out for that. Pre-game temperature around 6 o'clock, 45. By the end of the game, still in the 40s and not much wind. We're talking 5, maybe 6 mile per hour winds. So, not half bad really for this time of the year. Cloudy and cool today. Winds dropping off through the course of the afternoon. 48 in Rochester, Mason City upper 40s, Albert Lee 46. Again, pretty gray and pretty gloomy today. Some clearing later tonight. 33 west winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And tomorrow, not much wind still, maybe 10 mile per hour winds, 55. Mostly sunny for your Thursday. Friday, a windier day. 64 there. We'll be in the 60s over the weekend. Shower maybe early Saturday. That might be before 8 o'clock, I think. Sunday, the timing of that, it does look like an evening event. At this point, most of Sunday looks pretty good. We may not see rain until 7 o'clock in the evening. I mean, maybe after sunset. So Sunday may be a little breezier by then as that next storm system comes in. So breezier if you're heading outside of the apple orchard, the pumpkin patch, playing, football in the yard with the kids. Yeah, it may be a little breezy, but still talking 60s there until the clouds take over. Showers, gustier day, maybe a little rumble of thunder on Monday. And then next Tuesday, we start seeing colder air pour and windier weather, low 50s by then. Most of next week, beyond that, we're beginning to see those 40s take over. And longer range does look like more often than not, the cool stuff, 40s, maybe low 50s. But boy, I don't think we're going to see any 60s after this weekend for the foreseeable future. So hopefully get a chance to get out and enjoy that. In the meantime, today, stay warm and enjoy your Wednesday. And for those heading out for the MEA weekend, I know I'll be doing that, a 4-day trip to visit the grandparents, visit my parents. So we get a chance to have that. We love that about the tradition about the middle of October to enjoy some nice fall weather, and grateful that the weather's working in our favor this time around. In the meantime, have a great Wednesday, everybody.